Hello everyone, Scott Gombar from scottgombar.com, Connecticut's leading inbound marketer and social media marketer. I'm here today to talk to you about Google Plus. They've made some changes to their Google Plus pages for business and some positive changes. A little easier to set up a profile now, and also they've added the ability to add multiple locations. So I want to show you what that looks like today. So let's get started. We're going to go to Google Plus, and I'm going to create a page. So I'm on my personal profile. You can follow me if you want. It's plus Scott Gombar CMO. And I'm going to go to Pages. And I'm going to click on Get Your Page. Alright, and you have your first option is to select the type of business. Is it a storefront, a service area, or a brand? So we're going to go with service area. It seems like most of the businesses I work with are service businesses. So we're going to say service area. And the first thing it's going to want you to do is to search for the business name. Now, the business I'm going to search for is not a real business, but the reason that Google wants you to do that is your business listing may already exist on Google, and you just have to claim it. All right. So we're going to call this Mom and Pop Deli. Okay. Actually, I should have chosen restaurant for that. So we'll call it Mom and Pop's Antique Shop. And none of these match because I'm in Connecticut. As you know, I'm Connecticut's leading inbound marketer. Pop's Antique Shop. And we're going to say it's at 123 Main Street in New Haven, Connecticut. Oops. Let's change that. New Haven, Connecticut. 06515, I guess is good. My phone number is going to be 203-555-1212. I'm not going to actually follow through with the profile, only because it's kind of ridiculous to set up a profile for something that doesn't exist. Call it an antique store. I deliver goods and services to my customers at their location. Again, I should have selected brick and mortar, but you know what? We'll continue with this profile the way it is. I'm authorized to manage this business listing, and then of course there's the terms of service that nobody ever reads. We'll continue. And now I've got my Google Plus page. So now the first thing it's going to ask you to do is to verify the business, verify that it's a legitimate business, and so forth. So it wants to mail me a postcard that's going to have a PIN number on it that I'll have to enter at some point. You have to do this for every business on Google. I'm not sure what determines whether or not you can use phone verification or not. A lot of times you just get the option for a postcard, but occasionally I've seen some businesses that have the option to use a phone listing. So we'll continue and verify later. And you can go through the tour. I'm going to skip the tour for now. And here's where I can edit. So now I can edit my profile picture. It's all on one neat location. One neat little page to set up. Tells you how far you are through setting up your profile. I'm 40% through already. I've done 1 of 5 steps. So we can add the profile image. You can upload it, or I can use albums, photos tagged of your business. I'm sure there's none, or a web camera. And I'll just see if I have a photo I can use in my images catalog here. Just pick one at random. I have a ton of images in here. I don't know. Here, we'll just use a Connecticut flag. Whoop, too small. Google is very picky about photo sizes and so forth. You know what? We'll use her. She looks antique. So now the photo's uploaded, and we're going to set this as my profile photo. This is just a model. And now I have a profile photo. Add a website. We'll just make one up. www.momandpopantiques.com. An email address. We'll call it info@momandpopantiques.com. Phone number's already there. We can add additional contact information such as mobile phone, fax, chat, or email. We're not going to add anything else at this time, so we'll save it. And we're still not done, so we're going to add in hours. We'll just give it normal business hours. We'll say 9 to 5. And maybe we do Saturdays as well. Hours are important to add. People look at this, believe it or not. They want to know what time you're open. Maybe we only do a half a day on Saturdays. They want to know what time you're open, when they can come by, and so forth. So don't exclude that information. Introduction. The introduction should be very detailed. It should be conversational. So don't just throw a bunch of words in there. It should be conversational. It should include keywords though. So make it flow like the about section of your website. Hopefully that's conversational. Hopefully it makes sense. And if somebody were to come and read it, they would understand what it said. So I'm not going to make up anything right now. I'm just going to say Mom and Pop's Antiques sells antique furniture and other quality antique products. Okay. And we're going to say done editing for now. But we're not really done. We're not going to add photos, but we do need to add a cover photo. So if I go to Google Plus page, you can see here I don't have a cover photo. So I'm going to change the cover. You can think of that as the same thing you would think of Twitter. If the user doesn't have a profile picture on Twitter, I don't always take the profile seriously. It just shows me that you're not doing 100%. You're not putting a full effort into what you do. And lack of a cover photo or lack of a profile picture means they don't really care what everybody else is seeing. What do I want to use for a cover photo? Here, we'll use New York City. Alright, so the photo's been uploaded. I'm just going to crop this. Now normally I would have a photo with maybe the company name, a little more information about it. I didn't create any of that for this tutorial. I just wanted to show you, how you go about adding the cover photo and how you go about creating the profile. Now, what you're also going to note is edit business information. So what I wanted to show you was the fact that we can create multiple locations under the same listing now, but I think I needed to set that up as a brick and mortar store, so I'll go back to that in a moment. Now the profile is 80% complete. The only things that are left is to add more photos and to verify. I can't verify yet because I don't have the postcard. It won't get here for a couple of weeks, and actually I created a fake location, so I will never get it. And I can add photos as I go. So my profile page now, if I go to this drop down here, select Google Plus page. So here's my profile page now. Now you're gonna want to take note of the fact that the image, the cover photo, doesn't exactly fit the way you uploaded it. So you want to add any text or anything you have on your image. You're going to want more to the right of the image. I've seen some funny words get truncated in a funny way sometimes, and it can be funny in a bad way as well. So store's all set up. I can post now, I can add photos and videos. By the way, you would want to create a YouTube channel with the same account so that they link. That's very important. So now once you do that, this, instead of saying videos, we'll say YouTube. And then of course you would encourage your customers to come here and do a review of your business. So let's go back and create another page. I can actually, nope, can't do it from there. Whoops. So click on all pages and get your page, and let's just see what happens if I do storefront. I'm pretty sure it's going to ask if I have multiple locations. We'll call it Tony's Pizza. I don't know, a little generic there, huh? Add your business. Tony's Pizza. Very creative, right? And we'll use, I don't know, 555 Research Drive in, we'll call it New Haven again. New Haven is the home to the best pizza in the world. And we'll say the number's 1-800 Pizza Pie. That's not going to work. 1-800-555-1212 and Pizza Restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry. We still don't recognize the address, so it doesn't like that address. We'll just use the same address as the previous one. And we'll say they also deliver. So we deliver to all of New Haven. And I also serve customers at my business address. I am authorized to manage this business. I'm going to have to delete all of this when I'm done. Okay, we continue later. Verify later. Now, skip the tour. I would definitely recommend you do the tour just so you get a better idea of how Google Plus for Business works. And strangely enough, I don't see the option to add multiple locations. I saw that on a previous business that I set up, and I'm not seeing it now. So maybe I'm missing something here. Just give me one moment. Okay. So I figured out what it was. It's when you choose the business type, you have an option down here to manage multiple locations, and you go to Google My Business Locations. So let's see what we've got here. Use Google My Business Locations, use locations, and it looks like you can add up to 10, or here you go. It's designed for managing 10 or more locations. If you manage fewer, use My Business. So you can add a bunch of locations here. So we'll do that for another video. So it's useful information to know. Alright, so that's going to conclude today's Google Plus video. It's my first Google Plus video on the YouTube channel. But it's good to know they changed the way they're setting up the business page now, and makes it it's a little more streamlined, easier to set up, and this way it's a little more complete this way. So the most important piece is to make sure that your About section is conversational, not just a bunch of keywords thrown on the page, but should include the keywords that you want to be found by. And also make sure that you include your hours, your website, your phone number, email address, and images, so your profile picture and your cover photo. Once your Google Plus page is set up, you are definitely going to want to use it the same way you would use Facebook and Twitter. You post to it regularly, share information about your business, educate people about what you do, and just have a conversation with the world. Google Plus is an excellent platform, and Google Plus is important to your SEO strategy. So until next time, have a good day.